now we are on the M4. I apologize for the dash view. It's the best I could do. I really need a co-pilot to hold the camera. Just have my lovely wife and one of my kids with me to help out here. But so this is the M4. We're humming along at 70 in fourth gear, which means I still have 2 gears left. My lovely 6-speed Vauxhall, and we're trying not to get in people's way. Right now, of course, everybody seems to be driving rather sanely, but I'm sure we'll have some people pass in terms of that. So this road goes from the heart of London out to the west. We're lots of nice stuff here. It's a Vauxhall also. See a lot of these little sprinter type vans. They're not called out. They're called something different. Like Ford makes one that looks basically like the Sprinters we see back home called the Ford Transport. Over here. I've seen Jeeps. I've seen Audis. I've seen a ton of Mercedes. I've seen a lot of BMWs. Seen quite a few Porsches, couple Ferraris, couple Lotuses, couple Lamborghinis, but I have not seen any Escapes, so they obviously do not know what they're missing over here. I did take some pictures at the last rest stop of a fairly nice, stockish looking Land Rover, and waited for the guy to come out, kind of stalked him. Old guy came out, a lot older than I thought would be driving that. The old guy came out. So I talked to him for a couple minutes. He said, yeah, you're not going to see many four-wheel drive vehicles around here. You got to go west towards Wales. And then once you get on to Wales, you'll start seeing quite a few of them. He said that that's where all the hills and valleys are and stuff to play. I don't know where you play. Everything around here really looks like private land. I mean, it's beautiful like this. You'll notice all the trees along the side of the highway, but you can't really get into any of it. It's all like farmland and stuff, although I don't see much actual farming going on, which is really weird. Okay, so we're going 83 now, and we're flying by a couple people here, but sure enough, I've got a Volkswagen on my butt. Looks like a Renault maybe, and I'm going 80. That guy's got to be going 90. Oh, the Peugeot, my bad. So, and I don't know, the speed limit is officially 70, I guess, if it's not posted. Something kind of weird with this car, and I don't know how it works, but every once in a while the car will tell me that I've exceeded, that the speed selected exceeds speed limit. I don't know how it knows that. I don't know what it means. But I don't know. I haven't been too worried about it. I haven't seen a lot of police on the highway. I mean, you see the bobbies in London, obviously, and you'll see them walking about the train stations and stuff that I went through earlier this week. But I've only seen a couple actually on the highway. And I guess the reason for that is they do it mostly by speed camera. A little bit of controversy over the speed cameras, just like there would be everywhere. A lot of people don't like them. But the Prime Minister obviously does. Feels that it's a proven point that without the speed cameras, people drive faster. Probably true. So the car's doing it right now. It says selected speed limit exceeded. And I'm actually going slower than I was when I first started talking. So now we're down to 77 and it went away. I don't know how that works. What kicks it on? It's not a gear thing, which is what I originally thought. I thought it was trying to tell me to shift, but I'm only at 2,000 RPMs. And, you know, I've driven 2 diesels over here. I had that Audi A5 for a minute, well, for a couple hours. Boy, that thing was fun. Woo, man, paddle shifter, slap shifter, regular automatic shifter, cornered like it was on rails, sexy car inside, sexy car outside. It was just a stunning vehicle. But this Vauxhall, Definitely does not handle very well, but it gets up and moves. I mean, it'll flat out get it. The turbo kicks in and it just goes. It's quite lovely. I'm starting to use a lot of British... Shit, there we go again. Starting to use a lot of British sayings, I notice. If I get home and I'm calling everything brilliant, I'll apologize for that. I notice they like to call everything in their brother brilliant. Kicking the turbo for a second. Woo! I love it. It just freaking goes. You just really feel it. You know, it gives you that nice feeling where it sucks into your seat. You know, oh, love it, love it. So, anyways, this is the M4 today. I drove out to Bristol, thinking I would make it to the coast, and no, not so much. I don't have any. I don't have much cash, and I got just past. There it went again. Selected speed limit exceeded. I don't know what the hell that means. But, I mean, the times I've tried to slow down as a result of it, or even the speed signs are the times when I'm really pissing off most of the locals, it seems. But, anyways, I got to this gigantic bridge, and it was a toll bridge, so I turned around and went back. A couple other reviews on the Vauxhall. Seems to get fairly good gas mileage. I'm not quite sure how many miles in total I will have put on this car by the time I return it, but I've yet to actually put any diesel into it, which is good because it does look rather expensive. Weird thing, and they do everything over here in, you know, the imperial units, so metric. You know, everything's sold in liters and all that fun stuff. But when it comes to distances or speed, it's all in miles per hour. So I don't know how we won that, but we didn't win everything else. I mean, I'd much rather deal with inches and feet, because the rest of it's rather confusing, for me at least. But yes, so there we go. Selected speed limit exceeded again. I don't know what the hell that means. We're going to kick the turbo in here in a second. Got it mashed. Up to 90. Get over and let these fine people by. I'm sure they want to get by me. A nice little Audi coming up there. Drop back down to 80. I don't know. I mean, it kicks on when it wants, I guess, and kicks off when it doesn't. This next, you'll notice, you may see them on the left side here. There's 3 lines on the blue sign, then 2 lines on the blue sign, and then 1 line on the blue sign. And that's the indication for the exit. So you'll see like the sign for the exit, and they'll tell you how far it is in miles and half miles and those type of things. But then right before you get it, they do that 3, 2, 1 countdown. Very interesting. The freeway systems over here are quite massive, and they actually seem to work rather well. I mean, everybody zips around at a pretty good rate of speed. The things that I've figured out, and I'm probably wrong about this, so this is not necessarily a tourist guide to the UK, but the freeways seem to be or the roads seem to basically be dictated in 2 different ways. You have the M series, which seem to be main highways, right? Motorways, I guess, probably the technical term. But, you know, you'll see this M4 here, it's a nice, well, you know, 6 lanes across, nice wide freeway, very smooth, very nice. And then, when you get near my hotel, which I don't know if I said the recording there, but when you get near the hotel, they have, or when you get off the M's, I guess what I should say, they have, you know, like arterials, just regular streets, and those are all indicated with an A. The other thing that I found interesting is when I had the A5, I was trying to enter the address for the hotel, and I was really confused by it, because they don't actually have like a building number, right? Like they don't have like 123 Main Street. It'll be like John's house, Main Street, and then your zip code. And then 2, 3 digits after that, I think it's 3, after the zip code, the postal code as they call it, and that seems to be an indicator of the house or the physical building address, I guess. A little different, to say the least. But I don't know, I'm starting to kind of figure it out, and very cool to play. So I hope to come back to the UK. But right now, I just want to get home. It's been a good time over here, but I'm ready to go home and get back to the States and, yeah, you know, that type of stuff. Let's see, passing this giant lorry here. Lots of lorries. I noticed that the lorry drivers are a particularly insane bunch. They were literally, I mean, I saw, not once, but like 4 or 5 times, these giant lorries driving, I mean, a foot, if not shorter, from each other. I mean, NASCAR drafting type of driving techniques going on in those things. Pretty damn scary. They're so close to each other, and then they'll change lanes, and I saw one of them pull out on top of the little Mini Cooper, and it was like, oh my God, that guy's going to die. But I guess it's just, you know, how they do. I don't know. But so this is kind of a good look at the lovely British countryside. And I'm not meaning that sarcastically. It actually is rather beautiful. The only problem is that the roads are built up so high that you can't, I mean, the roads are kind of down here, and the trees along, and there's trees everywhere. The trees along the side of the road are all high, so you really can't see anything. Like, Windsor Castle is massive, and it actually sits up on top of a hill, but from the freeway you can't, or from the motorway, excuse me, you can't actually see anything. So, real interesting. Alright, well, I guess I should focus on driving. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a taste of the freeway. I'll be back at the hotel soon and uploading this stuff, although I think you guys are just starting to get up. I believe it's about 7 o'clock on the West Coast right now. So, yeah, as I say over here, cheers.